Hey, what's going on, everybody? RogersBase here with my live reaction review for One Piece manga chapter 1070. As many of you guys know, this chapter came out on Christmas, and obviously I wasn't going to sit down and do a live stream for a One Piece chapter on Christmas Day. I wanted to spend it with my family. But in addition to that, you might notice this is not a live stream. This is a video for this chapter and the next chapter. We're going to be going back to the old RogersBase One Piece reaction review format where it wasn't live streamed, just due to the fact that when I come back with my live streams in 2023, I have some special things that are basically being cooked up right now. James is working on something. Brandon's working on something. I even have musicians working on something right now. And so when I come back to streaming, I want it to be a really big difference. And so in the meantime, we're going to do these as videos, which I know is going to make a certain portion of my audience very, very happy. I know you guys like the video format instead of the stream format sometimes. So without any further ado, One Piece manga chapter 1070. This one is called The Strongest Form of Humanity. And the front page is Germa Double Sixes, An Emotionless Excursion, volume 27, promising scientists brought together for the sake of mankind and the world. So we're seeing young Vegapunk. I'm presuming that's young Queen and young Judge. Judge looking really weird, kind of hunched over a little bit. Queen before he was fat. We have, I'm assuming that is Sentomaru's parent. I can't tell. I don't think that's Sentomaru, obviously. And then I think the other one is Stussy, because correct me if I'm wrong, Stussy did mention that she was here once before on Egghead Island, just a couple chapters ago. So I'm assuming that is Stussy. I love that original design, though, with like the fishnets that go up and then the little cape and the little hat. Looks great. Mads, young Mads, I want to see more of this storyline. I'm supremely interested in seeing more of the history of how this was founded, and maybe that Frankie theory will be proven correct in just a couple chapters. So, all right, here we go. 1070, continuing the fight between Luffy and Lucci. Luffy going all in. You see Sentomaru still laying there on the ground, bleeding out from the previous attack. And you got Luffy screaming, "Hey, Axe Boy, sorry, I didn't mean to distract you." And you've got Luffy with the little Looney Tunes eyes popping out as Sentomaru is going, "Idiot, I'm not that careless. I noticed him, and I blocked it." And you can see him coughing. "I thought, ... You're very stubborn. I need you to go unconscious. Given your superior position in the authority hierarchy, as long as you're conscious, we can't control the Seraphim." And you see Lucci going back. I got to be careful so I don't hit any instruments. I'm got to scoot up a little bit. All right, we can't control the Seraphim. You see Lucci going back with his claw. Bam, Sentomaru trying to push back. And then Gum Gum gone. Okay, Gum Gum Dawn Whip. This is a new attack from Luffy. Very interesting. I like the fact that it uses Dawn, bringing the new Dawn. Sun God Nika, very cute. Luffy going in, punching Lucci in the face, slamming down. You got another Looney Tunes looking spiral head of Luffy going in the corner as he slams down onto Lucci. You got that whip attack and his arm is just wrapped around his body. Very, very nice. Really expressive. Looks exactly like how I would expect a new Gear 5 attack to look. Very cool. Saying, "Whoa, I can't stop it. Lucci, hurry, Luffy. If we want to save her, we need to take her to Vegapunk now. I can't stop. I'm spinning too hard." And he's just caught in a little Tasmanian Devil Looney Tunes tornado that he can't get out of. Chopper's freaking out. "Luffy, where are you going? Hurry, we need to evacuate to the factory." Okay. Oh, this is good. Seraphim Mihawk jumping in, slicing and dicing with the sword. Seraphim Jinbei slamming down on the ground as well. You could see the waves with this power. Those Seraphim sure aren't holding back. All this infighting is only hurting our bottom line. And they're still only children. That's an ominous sign. So Kaku and Stussy over there. Stussy once again confirming she's older than she appears. That was also something I think that came up during Whole Cake Island as well. I think Dufeld, funnily enough, was the one that mentioned that she was older than she looked. And Stussy's like, "You better watch your mouth, otherwise I'm going to kill you." So, all right, that's coming up again. What is on this next page? Let's see. Those powers, Vegapunk. The powers that little brat version of Jinbei had. Those were from the swim fruit, right? You got Frankie thinking about Senior Pink. That power belongs to my brother from another mother in the Don Quixote family, Senior Pink. And wait a minute, the same fruit can't exist twice. Does that mean he's dead? Oh, no. Frankie's like, "I want to share a drink with my brother from another mother." No. He's actually currently a prisoner and impaled down. Okay, we're getting information. Does that mean you made the same devil fruit? You see, only zone-type devil fruits can be produced artificially. If we rule out Caesar's smile aberrations, which you should, he deserves to die, says Nami, which is very cold, okay. Virtually all fruits of that type, even the special ones, can probably be recreated with vast amounts of money and time, though I haven't confirmed if they can awaken or not. What? I tried everything I could think of with Logias, but they proved too difficult, and Frankie's kind of shocked. But for paramecia types, however, I found that as long as you have the user's bloodline elements, you can synthesize and administer a special kind of blood to confer those powers to others. That is the liquid running through their arms. Green blood. And you see, I'm presuming that is Hancock? I can't tell. I think that's Hancock. Excuse me. You got Hancock's arm there, the green blood. You can see the bubbles going up. And Frankie's like, wait a minute. You're saying too much. You made your own blood, Vegapunk? What is going on here? So this is the explanation of how Jinbei has Pink's devil fruit. Pink is alive. He's an impel down. A lot of stuff. Here we go. Now we've got the Seraphim Boa using the Mellow powers. This is something we discussed on the previous One Piece live stream as well. She's using them on these other Marines. The Seraphim represent, and now you got Seraphim Kuma, Ursa Shock. The Seraphim represent the highest echelon of science conceivable. In all of the history of the sea, they are the strongest form of humanity. And that's why they scrapped the 7 warlords. But why did you have to make them, man? Stop asking the right questions. Vegapunk, what are you doing? So these guys were designed to be weapons for the Navy, specifically to be a threat for us, Robin. Oh. He's still standing. Run. Okay. Lucci, barely standing, cracking his neck a little bit, but you've got, is that Pythagoras? Standing around from the side, or is that another robot? Just another random robot. Looking on in. Dude, just seeing Lucci and Luffy and Sentomaru in the middle is enough for me. But all this information about the devil fruits and Vegapunk and the blood, this is a lot. Okay, Shave. So he's going around the side. Lucci's disappearing. Sentomaru's backing up. Luffy, what is this? Creating a giant face of himself, trying to eat Lucci. What? Straw Hat. Boom, slamming down. So what? Did he just turn his head giant, or is he a giant? Did he use like gigantification or something with his Gear 5 powers? Because again, Gear 5 can do whatever he can imagine. That's the whole thing about Gear 5. That's what makes Luffy so dangerous, is now he can do whatever he wants. But it looks like it was just his head that was enlarged there. Maybe the next page is going to... Okay, so this next page is giving me more information. So he's slamming down, feet up in the air. Lucci streaming Straw Hat. Got Luffy munching on the ground, looking back, and then Cuphead style, spitting him out, slamming Lucci in the face. Lucci going back. Luffy, what is this? He's bending the tube? Gum Gum, what is this? What is this? He's putting his goggles down? Gum Gum, Dawn Rocket. I love that all these attacks are Dawn named. Dawn Rocket, Dawn Pistol. Yo, going all the way back, using himself like a rubber band off the back of this tube, slamming into Lucci. This shot right here of his fist going right through him. Not through him entirely, but like bending his body, pushing it all the way back. You got the punch. It looks like Vegapunk's head is coming out of the back of Lucci. What is going on here? Dawn Rocket. Oh, man, this is cool. This is cool. And Lucci's like, where is he getting so much force? This isn't the same Luffy who fought back in Water 7 Eddie's lobby. This is a different Lucci. This is a different Luffy. Excuse me. I'm losing it. Luffy's laughing. I feel my mind slipping away from me. Okay, this way. Hurry. Is Chopper running around? That's the vacuum rocket. Get on. All right, so little Hancock's helping them. Thank you. You're a much nicer Hancock. Insolence, huh? I'm only following orders, nothing more. Launching in 1 minute. I'm trying to remember, did we ever see any interactions between Jinbei and Hancock? I'm assuming they talked a bunch when they were in the 7 Warlords. I think they talked, I'm trying to remember. I'm going back to some of the old chapters. It's been so long since I've seen the two of them together. I think the last time they talked was 3D2Y, right? After Marineford, when Luffy was training on the island, and Hancock helped him, and Jinbei's like, what's gone is gone. That might have been the last time they talked, but I don't remember her being rude to him. I'm sure she was. I'm sure this is a callback to something that I simply don't remember. But either way, very cute. Hancock is helping him. Launching in 1 minute. Come on, Luffy, hurry up. Please refrain from pushing the vehicle while the doors are closing. Straw Hat, Punk is in your hands now. So Sentomaru holding it down. All right, great, saying you got it. Don't worry, we're going to take him off this island. Now launching. Wait, what? Wait, what am I looking at? Wait. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. Don't worry, we'll take him off the island. Now launching. He's already in the rocket? How did he get there? Did he just teleport into the rocket? He's old already. So obviously, being old, that's the whole thing after using Gear 5. But how did he... Now launching. I feel like there's a transition panel missing. That's kind of weird. Okay. So it goes from Luffy saying, don't worry, we're going to take him off the island, jumping into the rocket, and now, boom. Okay, Bonnie's waking up. Where am I? Where's Vegapunk? You woke up? We're on the vacuum rocket now. Chopper's saying it's incredible. She's looking on over. Luffy's still old. Who are you? It's just Luffy. We can explain why later. Again, obviously because of Gear 5. That is bizarre. That we literally just see him go from the fight with Lucci and Sentomaru, boom, into this little rocket ship. But okay. Fabrio phase to Labo phase, travel time, 32 seconds. Meanwhile, you got Luffy, old dried out Luffy with the tongue sticking out. Boom, and they're already inside the lab. Destination reached. All right, that was fast. All subsequent trips have been canceled. Egghead Labo phase, strengthen Frontier Dome. And danger, beware of intruders. All research staff evacuate to the Fabrio phase and lock down the factory. All right, so you've got these other researchers there. You should be proud. Ooh, you're getting a moment with Cypherpole and Sentomaru. You should be proud. As Vegapunk's bodyguard, you had a duty, and you fulfilled it admirably. It's a shame that it had to come to this, Sentomaru. And you got Sentomaru slumped over on the ground, but you know, this is One Piece. That means he's definitely not dead. Though, again, I don't know. I'll save it for the review. Whatever, it's fine. But Sentomaru slumped over on the ground, all bloodied up. Sentomaru, we were supposed to wait for the Navy. They're going to escape if we wait any longer. So Stussy and Lucci still thinking of what to do. Also, Lucci seems to have recovered from that pretty quickly. That whole ending of the fight with Lucci and Luffy, Lucci saying, I feel my mind slipping away from me, losing consciousness, to boom, now he's just back standing in his normal form with a little bitty Band-Aid right there. Okay, anyway, at the lab, are they really trying to kill you? You have the greatest brain in the world, right? I mean, that's a huge loss to the government. And what if you thought the greatest brain in the world was about to oppose you? Not that I intend to do any such thing, but that's a good point. He'd be a thorn in my side, so ice him. Nami, come on, what are you doing? Don't do that. Given those circumstances, it must be fate that brought an emperor's crew here. Oh, okay, it almost skipped the next page. Here we go. So you're going to ride on our ship, huh? Nami's like, what are you talking about? He's dead weight. Meanwhile, Frankie's freaking out. That's going to be amazing. Take a look at the General Frankie. Check out the Sunny, please. And I'm sure Frankie's just proud to show off all of his inventions to Vegapunk. He's been studying for so long. Sanji saying, at least take these shackles off. Come on, show us some respect. Meanwhile, you've got Luffy and Bonnie and Jinbei and Chopper over there. What is this place? Oh no, we must heal and repair Atlas at once. It seems like Luffy's almost back to normal too. I appreciate it. And Bonnie, where are you going? So did Bonnie... See, there's a lot in these panels that I feel like Oda could have fleshed out a little bit more. Not that I'm complaining about the quick pacing. I actually really like the fact that it's moving like this. But, wow. I feel like if this was any other story arc, we would have had half a chapter about Luffy going from the old form into the young form and showing Bonnie de-aging him or something. But, I don't know. It seems like he's already back to normal. He says, what is this place? We must heal and repair Atlases once. I appreciate it. Bonnie, where are you going? And Bonnie's saying, I demanded Vegapunk put my father back to normal. If his response was to unleash swarms of bugs on me, then he must die. And they're like, look, I don't think that was his fault. You lit up the lightsaber. I don't think you knew what you were doing there. Block all these escape routes from the island. Yes, sir. 6 more left, including the main body. watch out. That defense system's a real humdinger. And now they've got the Seraphim on their side because they can override them now that Sentomaru's been taken down. Nothing escapes this island, not even a single ant. Oh, I looked down. The Straw Hat crew is siding with Vegapunk, huh? Then escape should seem easy for him. But he may find that events don't play out like he imagined. We proceed as planned. Send every battleship you can to Egghead Island. Boom, boom. One Piece, manga chapter 1070, and Kizaru is here. We are going all out. The first thing I want to say, because I was about to reference it earlier in the reaction, is in case you guys have not seen Oda's message from Jump Festa this year, I think this was last week, he had mentioned that apparently it's going to enter an all-out brawl in 2023. We don't know exactly what that means as of yet. We don't know if that means we're going into the final war right now or if it's a brawl on Egghead Island. But he said that person and that person is going to fight. Gee, I hope no one dies. That's what Oda said. So what I was referencing when Sentomaru was laying there on the ground, I'm like, this is One Piece. Of course, Sentomaru is not going to die. But then again, with the way that Oda put that out there in Jump Festa, now I'm thinking because we are in the final saga, because we're looking at all these characters here, we might finally be seeing some death in One Piece. Some people might be dropping in this story arc, especially if Kizaru's here. But then I'm also wondering, if they're getting off the island with Vegapunk, are we even going to get a Kizaru fight? Like, if we do, who is Kizaru going to fight? We've barely seen Zoro and Brook this arc. I feel like maybe Zoro? When they go back to the ship and Frankie's saying, check out the Frankie, check out the Sunny. Maybe Vegapunk gets there, Kizaru warps his way over, and then Zoro has to hold him off or something. I don't know. That could be kind of cool. We also still don't have the explanation for what was going on with Zoro at the end of Wano Country with the Grim Reaper thing. And I feel like maybe if that has something to do with Devil Fruits, we kind of have to find that out during this chapter. Also, the green blood that gives other people's Devil Fruit powers to other things. Like, is that only with the Seraphim, or could you use the green blood on somebody else? Like, if you transfuse the green blood into a normal person's body, can they get another person's Devil Fruit power? Because that would be kind of cool. If all of a sudden, Sabo gets captured or something, and the world government uses the technology that Vegapunk developed to make, like, the Mera Mera no Mi into a power that they can give to other people. I don't know. This has a lot of repercussions. Seeing Kuma here and Hancock and barely seeing Mihawk, but you see on this one page, you see Mihawk's got the green blood, which says to me Mihawk's got a Devil Fruit power, which then says to me that it's got to be something kind of cool. Because if Oda's going to take the opportunity to give Mihawk a Devil Fruit power, even if it's a Seraphim version of Mihawk, it's got to be something awesome. It's got to be like Mr. One's Devil Fruit, maybe, because Mr. One was an Impel Down. Maybe it's like Jozu's. We've said this on numerous occasions in other live streams, on other chapter reviews, about Zoro wanting to cut anything by the end of the series, and Diamond being one of the hardest things to cut. We haven't seen Jozu's power. I thought Shiyu was going to have it. Shiyu has Absalom's now. So now I'm wondering, like, maybe Jozu is an Impel Down now, or maybe the government captured Jozu during the Whitebeard, Remnant, Blackbeard payback war. I don't know. I think it's interesting that they clarified, though, Senor Pink's chilling and Impel Down, because that says to me, by the end of the series, when we're freeing people from Impel Down again and we're in all-out war, Frankie's probably going to see Senor Pink again. I love the fact that we saw Frankie crying over his brother from another mother, too. I think that translation was so funny. Oh, man. This arc just continues to impress. There is so much good stuff here. And I love seeing Luffy fight. I think that moment with him with the goggles, where he puts the little goggles down and then grabs the back of the tube like a rubber band and rockets himself off with that Dawn rocket. Fantastic. My only complaint really with this chapter goes back to what I said during the actual reaction, was that, again, I don't want to complain about fast pacing, because I am definitely on the side of I would much rather have quicker pacing than have it drag on and have us spend time on things that we really don't need to spend time on. So this isn't so much a complaint as much as it is just something that I noticed, is that it really does feel like Oda is flying through this arc. in a way that we really have not seen since like early pre-time skip. I'm talking like Arlong Park, these chapters where you'll get a fight and then a huge lore dump in the exact same chapter. That's kind of what this feels like to me. You're getting Lucci right into information about the green blood, right into more of the fight. And then Lucci just like, after a couple panels, getting back up. I mean, it's literally like the next page. I'm on page 12 and 13. And Lucci says he's losing consciousness. He's slipping away. His mind is slipping away from him. He looks like he's knocked out. He's bleeding from the nose. Then all of a sudden, Luffy's in the rocket, and Lucci's getting back up, and he's back in his normal form, and he's got the little, what's it called? The little Band-Aid there. And even Luffy jumping into that rocket ship saying, got it, we're going to take him off the island, and then boom, he's already in there, and Bonnie's waking up. And then he's back to his normal form. Like, I know Gear 5 is the ultimate power for Luffy, right? Like, I get that. But if he recovers that quickly, if he didn't come back from this old man phase immediately because of something that Bonnie did to him, and he just like healed that quick in 32 seconds to get from the Fabrio phase to the Labo phase, is that really that much of a downside? Because Luffy was doing some wild stuff in that fight against an awakened Lucci, an awakened Devil Fruit user, and nothing's really happening. He's just kind of like, okay, 32 seconds later, I'm good. Let's get right back into it. Part of me feels like there should be a little bit more of a drawback, but then the other part of me is like, look, we're at the end of the series. Luffy's got to be at his highest power level possible right now. And I love the Looney Tunes stuff, and I love his eyeballs popping out, and I love all the weird, goofy, like the Tasmanian Devil tornado thing. That was great. But man, I mean, ending the chapter with Cypher Pole in control of the Seraphim, and Kizaru arriving at Egghead Island, and pretty much everyone where they need to be. Vegapunk with the squad going back to the ship, and Luffy with the squad with Bonnie and Jinbei and Chopper. And I feel like Bonnie can't leave the island until Kuma gets here. Kuma's not even here yet. Maybe that's who Oda was talking about. Maybe Kuma fights Kizaru, and Kizaru kills the original Kuma. I don't know. I love this, though. I really do. These chapters are just so exciting to read because so much stuff happens during them. With, again, it's not a complaint. It's like a thing that I've noticed about the chapters. It's just that it seems to be moving a little faster than I would have expected. Not faster than I would have liked. Again, it's moving at a good pace, but faster than I would have expected. But otherwise, I'm loving this. Even the cover page. Seeing the young version of Mad, seeing the young Queen, the young version of Judge, the young Stussy, even though we only see her from behind. And then again, I'm assuming that has to be Sentomaru's father or something, or Sentomaru's, I don't know, one of Sentomaru's parents behind Vegapunk. I don't know, man. Or maybe that's just Sentomaru when he was skinny. But Sentomaru's not that old, is he? I don't know, man. I'm losing it. This is really, really a cool chapter, though. Great way to end the year, Oda. Well done. Exciting. Good action. Good story developments. I'm digging it. This was great. Please, if there was anything major that I missed in this chapter, please let me know in the comments down below. If there was anything that I'm missing in terms of a big reveal, I feel like I pretty much got to everything. I feel like the nice thing about the reveals that were in this chapter is they were very much in your face. There doesn't seem to be much like hiding in the background in this one. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm missing something major. I don't think I am, though. They did a really good job of laying out the whole thing with the bloodline elements and green blood, and then having Frankie relate to the thing with Senor Pink. Wow. The Seraphim represent the strongest form of humanity. I think that line really stands out to me, too. With them being experiments of like the Lunarians, and then also having the bloodline elements and having these other devil fruit powers and using the warlords as the base for it. Man, the possibilities I really feel like are endless for this green blood thing, though. I think more than anything else this chapter, that's the thing that's standing out to me, is this whole green blood thing. Let me just read this one more time. For paramecia types, I found that as long as you have the user's bloodline elements, you could synthesize and administer a special kind of blood to confer their powers to others. That is the liquid running through their arms. Green blood. So, and he says you made your own blood. and we see Hancock's arm, and you see it bubbling there. Like, is there a way to administer that to a normal human? And can you give somebody who's not an experiment or a clone like the Seraphim the green blood? Because if you can, that opens up a wide range of possibilities for the story moving into this final arc. Especially if Kizaru's there, or like Punk Records. Like, the other thing too, I think people don't talk enough about how monumental Punk Records could be for the rest of the world if people actually get their hands on that information. Because if all of this stuff that Vegapunk's been telling us about, that's stored up in Punk Records, goes out there to the rest of the world, and they use their little satellites, and everyone can access the information, and you've got the One Piece World's version of Wikipedia out there. If people could figure out how to use this green blood or how to replicate devil fruit powers, I mean, we are talking conflict on a scale we have never seen in One Piece before. And that makes things super exciting for this final saga. I am dying to know what's going to happen next. All right, well, guys, let me know what you thought of this chapter down in the comments below. I hope you all had a wonderful Merry Christmas. Hope you have a happy holidays if you're still celebrating something. Hope you have a very happy New Year. I think I might have some shorts and other little videos go up before the New Year, but I'm not going to be streaming again until 2023. And I think the next chapter, it says, comes out 11 days from now on the Shonen Jump app. So I think I'll probably do at least one more of these recorded video versions of these live reactions and reviews going over the chapter. But yeah, I really enjoyed 1070. I think this is a really solid way to end the year. I'm excited for 1071. Also, I want to give a quick shout out, because even though we're not live, I want to give a shout out to a couple people in particular. These are to my members. Shout out to my members. If you check your membership tab, I may have added a certain series that has been lost to time for people at the Mammoth Boys tier and above. This is something I have been working on in the background, trying to get access to these files again. I found the files. They are now available for people at the Mammoth Boys tier and up. So thank you. Special shout out to all of my members. I am so excited for you guys to see what I'm going to do in 2023 in terms of the way the streams are going to be leveling up, the way the camera's going to look, and some of the new intro is going to be really, really cool, and the music and the starting soon screen, it's going to be great. Super excited. I'm on my time skip arc right now. I'm like Luffy. He went 2 years, I'm going like 3 weeks or something. But when I come back, things are going to be better than ever. Thank you once again, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye, everyone.